My drug of choice was heroin for sure, but I'd pretty much do anything that was in front of me. And I just started off hanging out with the wrong group of friends, and just pretty much became a follower. Like first, I was smoking weed. They went up to pills, and I spent like 2 weeks saying I'll never do that. Then I did it and loved it, and then after a while of that, they progressed to heroin. I spent another 2 weeks saying I'll never do heroin, and then I did it. I caught 2 trafficking charges, was out on bond and caught my second one, so I was actually in jail, and everybody kept saying that I should go to the Hope Center because I looked like an addict. And I would argue that I'm not an alcoholic or addict, but then once they told me that if you complete it, you get out, I was convinced, so I went to the Hope Center in jail with no intentions on changing, just getting out. And Hope Center, it's made a big impact on relationships. Like my parents, it got to a point where we wouldn't even talk. My brothers wouldn't talk to me. Now I've got, my mother calling me to give advice to my younger brother. And at first I would have been the last person that she would even thought about calling. My son, he has special needs. When I was out of my addiction, I was embarrassed of him, and I wouldn't take him nowhere. Now, and I've got full custody of him. I've built that relationship with his doctors. There was a time that I wasn't even allowed at his doctor's appointments. They said they'd call police if I showed up, and now they love me there. They spend half of the appointment just asking about how I'm doing.